little indulgent number. This is the chocolate orange martini. So we're going to need to, first things first, get the glass chilling.
Christmas on the outside as well.
No, this one doesn't. No. It doesn't actually. It's just done with chocolate syrup. Gives it the viscosity. There's no actual dairy in this one, though. So if anybody is avoiding dairy for whatever reason, then this one might be for you. So we're going to chill our glass, and then we're going to actually put a rim of orange and white chocolate on the edge in just a minute. But we'll get to that in a second. We're going to put the other ingredients in first. So we're going to use vodka, everybody's favourite, 20 mils. I'll use 2 10s, as it was when I went to school. Creme de Cow Blanc, so white chocolate liqueur, which is clear, not white, how confusing. 15 mils of that in there. Chocolate syrup, 20 mils. Again, 2 10s.
I was like, so close.
Lovely. And a couple of dashes of chocolate bitters and some Cointreau chocolate bitters. Lovely. So we're using Aztec chocolate bitters. And if anybody's ever tried these, fantastic. Obviously they're very astringent. Wind tunnel ingredients, we would call them. But this helps you to rebalance the drink. So as well as adding some depth of flavour to it, because it's infused with lots of different spices, so it gives you, again, another field of flavour. It also helps to balance it out because this is so astringent. The other ingredients are obviously pretty sweet. If anybody wants to try that on their own, just dab a bit on the back of your hand. Just be careful because it will go all up your arm if you don't get it on your clothes, because it's very likely to stay there. We're going to add in the Cointreau as well. And then we're going to give that a shake. So what I'm now going to do...
See, you want some?
is add our chocolate and orange edge.
I wouldn't drink the whole one. A couple of pints max.
Oh, it does actually, yeah. I'm actually going to dry the rim of the glass slightly. Because water, there's still water on the glass. It makes it harder to make the chocolate stick to it. So, then we're going to add the orange juice to the rim. And then we're going to get our white chocolate to stick to it, it says with confidence. There we go. What we tend to do with these is start with half the glass rimmed with chocolate. It'll stick, which it won't, it's not dry enough. Quite cheap, actually. Shoes here. Hiding somewhere. Stick another sticky ingredient on. There you go. Because this chocolate sticking to the plate rather than my glass. If you're going to add some of this to the side of the glass as well, you've got 2 choices. Oh, tremendous. You've got 2 choices effectively. So what you can do is, like with margaritas, what I would normally do is do half the rim of the glass, because traditionally bartenders would always be asked to ask their guests' preference as to whether they want salt or not, and then remember it for the rest of the night. So what I tend to do is just put half a rim on the glass, because it doesn't matter. So if somebody wants to taste it, they can take it from one side. If they don't want to taste it, you drink from the other side. Then you don't have to ask every single person how they would like their glass to. Occasionally with some drinks, you will have balance. There's a drink on the menu called a sherbet lemon. You need to have sugar all the way around the glass because the drink itself is so tart because of the fresh lemon juice in it that if you don't drink it through a sugar rim, it's like, ooh, that's a bit, again, we're back to the bitters again. It's very, very sharp, so you need the sugar on the rim to do it. But with a lot of drinks, half the rim, not only for decoration but as part of the flavour as well, because obviously white chocolate is a very powerful kind of flavour. And we're then going to shake this like we have done with the previous drink. I look like I'm enjoying myself. It's because I am. So, I'm just going to fine strain this because I've just bashed the ice there and I don't want big chunks of it floating around in your drink because A, it doesn't look particularly pretty on the top, but B, ice equals dilution. So, we obviously are very careful to make sure that the level of dilution in our drinks is correct so that you get to taste a bit of the alcohol and a bit of the other flavours rather than just having them watered down. I had a cocktail last night in Malta. I know what you're thinking, I can't believe I was in Malta last night and I'm here today. Neither can I. But I did get up at 5 o'clock this morning and fly here. I had a cocktail last night in Malta and I couldn't taste anything at all. We actually went to visit a couple of different bars and the person I was with said, "What's that taste of?" I was like, they've actually managed to make a cocktail with several ingredients that taste of absolutely nothing at all. It's genius in actual fact. All it tasted of was water because they over-diluted the drink and all the other flavours have gone, whereas this is going to be obviously fairly intense. We'll also have a try of that.